technology is an excellent question, especially given all of the advances that are occurring in technology as regards to teaching pedagogy. I mean, most every DePaul classroom is a smart classroom. So you have a projector, you have your white screen, you can play CDs, DVDs, VHS players, you have access to the internet. And so I use technology in my classes. I don't think, though, that I would consider myself an expert in the use of technology. I think that, and by an expert, I mean that I think it's possible to go overboard with PowerPoint, for example. I think PowerPoint can be very useful, but obviously one of the problems is creating PowerPoints where everything that you're going to say is already on the PowerPoint, and so you create a situation where the students aren't paying attention to you, they're only paying attention to the PowerPoint. And so I think one has to use technology in today's classroom because in so many different ways, it can help you as a teacher appeal to a broader array of learners. You know, some people are oral learners. They can pick up everything by listening. But you know, some students are visual learners, and so I think you really have to, you know, do a little bit to try to reach to everybody. And so technology is quite wonderful and useful. Again, though, it can overtake a classroom. Within this question of technology is also the question of online learning. I have not as yet taught an online class. I have talked to various faculty within religious studies who have taught online, and you know, the benefit of online learning, I think there are many, but one of them is that you can give access to education to people that for whom access might be a problem. One of the knee-jerk reactions to online learning is that, well, you're losing this component of having the professor in the classroom. And I think that's a valid criticism. And certainly it's one that is dear to me, given the degree to which I think it's important to have a learning environment that you can kind of, that allows for these spontaneous moments. And so yeah, online learning is important. However, I think one of the lessons that one can take from online learning that I've gleaned from some of the conversations I have with my faculty is there's certain ways in which online learning creates a different kind of learning environment that forces students to have to stay on task because they are having constant assignments that are due in that kind of environment. And so, you know, in terms of how I use technology, I use discussion boards. You know, I have assignments that students have to submit to the Desire to Learn tool. And so I think technology is important. Again, going back to my emphasis on what one is most comfortable with, I very much like the classroom environment for the way in which I can use it to construct conversations between students. And so for me, I try to use technology to highlight my strengths. I don't try to use technology to replace the things that I think that I do naturally well.